Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm Tarina.
I'm Crystal.
I'm Shavaya.
And I'm Mashika.
And we are
Under the Influence. So today's episode is going to be betrayal and blessing. So who's going to start us off today, ladies?
Should I go? Let's have Tarina go.
Well, since you guys asked so nicely, I will go. So, betrayal or blessing? I try to find a blessing in every situation. So, because I know there have been times in my life where I've done some things that may have hurt someone or made them feel like I betrayed them, sometimes unintentionally, but I'm sure there's been times when I've intentionally done things. So I don't like to judge or, try not to judge a situation. So let me give you guys an example. Someone calls you and says, let me borrow $500 until payday. And you say, okay.
We'll just
Let me borrow $500 until payday.
What you gonna need that for? Exactly. Because I'm gonna need to know what you're doing with my money first. Continue.
So you allow them to borrow $500 to payday. Payday rolls around. Payday passes. You hear nothing. So you reach out like, hey, about that $500. Payday's gone. And the person now doesn't have the same attitude they had when they asked you to borrow the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the betrayal in that is that the person probably had no true intentions on paying you back.
Mm-hmm.
The blessing is that now you gonna keep your $500 to yourself, because the next time somebody call you to borrow, you're gonna be like, no. No thank
True
you.
indeed.
No thank you. So,
However, I hope that it don't take $500 to take $20 to lose a good friend.
hey, money is money, right? We all work hard for it.
Amen.
But it's just the way things go. You try to find a positive in every situation, and my positive is now when somebody calls me to ask for some money, I'm gonna keep my money to myself.
I know that's right.
Whoever you are, I appreciate you messing it up.
I'm gonna call Mashika. Can I borrow that $500?
I'm going to say, hold on a second, let me call Tarina. You better call Tarina. Nah, girl, if I got it, I got you.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
But if you don't mess it up, if you borrow money and somebody pay you back, hey, we good.
Right.
We good. I don't mind giving you. But my rule of thumb is I never lend money if I can't afford to. So if I need it, if it's gonna cost me to lend you this money, guess what? I ain't got it. So though it's upsetting when you don't get something that you work hard for back, never lend it if you ain't got it.
Amen.
I want my money back even if I got it.
That's true.
Look, don't make me ask for my money because you never should have to.
Tell me about
That's something that you just don't forget. I'm sorry that you owe somebody money.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
You don't.
You don't forget it, you just don't give it back. Girl, I got you.
You made plans with that money, huh? Mm-hmm. Priorities.
$500.
That's
I'm
why
sorry.
you need to borrow.
Mm-hmm. So?
Who's next?
Guess that would be me. So for me, betrayal or blessing, it kind of goes hand in hand. I've gone through the betrayal, but I've also been blessed due to the betrayal. So I try to, with everything that I've been through, I try to always find the positive in it.
Yes.
And trust me, it took a lot for me to get there. But with spiritual growth and mental and emotional growth, I've been able to see the good in pretty much anything. No matter how good or bad it is, I try my best. I try to be positive with it. But the betrayal for me, the example was, of course, we all know I've been married twice. And of course, in both of my marriages, my husbands had affairs. Actually are with the women that they had affairs with. And that's deep. Because the betrayal for me was so deep that, especially in my second marriage, it almost cost me my life. Because I'm that type of person. I'm a loving person. I'm a loyal person, committed to my relationships. And when you get married and you take an oath, and it's not just you share that love and that bond with your friends and your family before your pastor, and for us before God, and took that oath to each other. That's that betrayal, like, that nightmare to wake you up out your sleep where your chest, you're pounding, you sweating, and you can't breathe, and you be like, God, just let me wake up from this moment. And then you wake up and you realize that type of betrayal, this is your reality. This is your everyday. But needless to say, I take my blessings from that, because if I wouldn't have gone through the things that I've gone through, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today, and so much stronger. I put a lot in man. So at the same time, I kind of was betraying God by putting, all so much into man. So it was a lesson. It was a lesson that God had to teach me. And from that, like I said, I'm a stronger person. Definitely better off mentally and emotionally. It allowed me to take steps that I probably wouldn't have taken if I was still with either husband. Set goals. I probably wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing this, and probably not even friends with you ladies. So I take that betrayal, and I thank God, because it truly has been a blessing for me.
Yes. And I've been there to witness the growth in Mashika, because we've been friends now almost 7 years. And we both were going through divorce around the same time. So we were able to kind of evolve together, grow together, cry together,
Yes.
shout together, curse together. Sorry, Pastor.
Sorry.
It's
And mine probably was worse than hers.
But yep, it is. I have to truly say, like, you do find a blessing in every situation.
Wow. That was deep.
It was.
So, Crystal.
Well, my betrayal and blessing. I can just think back when I was young. I had a son at a young age. I was 18, going on I had him at 19, and his dad, he was older than me, and when I had my son, he was incarcerated, so he wasn't able to be there for me or him. And when he was able to be there for me and him, he would just kind of step in and then step out, do it when he wanted to do it. And so it went on for like that for years, until my son was about 10 or 11. And his dad got sick, and he, felt bad because he wasn't in his life like he was supposed to. And so, it helped me to understand, why he was the way he was, because I have talked to, his close friends, family members. And when he passed away, it made me realize why he wasn't in his life, because he wasn't raised like he was supposed to by his parents. And so he didn't know how to be a parent. So it came out to be a blessing, because me and him, before he passed, we got to, I guess, understand each other more. And, it just came out to be a blessing. It's a bittersweet moment, because, we wasn't able to have a friendship because he passed away. But in the end, he did make sure that his son was good. And, we was able to, get along and make it work before he passed. So I feel like it was a blessing. It was betrayal, but it was a blessing. Yeah.
That goes back to finding a blessing in
Every situation.
That's true. That's true.
You have to. In this day and age, it's survival. It is for me.
Me too.
It is for me.
And just think, if you live your life dwelling on the betrayal,
Yes.
what type of person that's going to make you? Bitter, negative,
Just
nasty,
yes.
evil,
Yes.
and you spend more energy being those things than just
Letting it go.
letting it go.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, because I've been there, trying to cope with the pain, and it was easier to be angry than hurt and stuff. And it's consuming. It is. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this. So it definitely is. It's better.
So, Miss Shavaya.
So, like as you guys was talking, it kind of turned my story around and made me want to say something else. But I'm just gonna kind of roll with what I initially wanted to say to you guys. I truly and deeply understand, being blessed, because I've been blessed, and I'm blessed to sit on this couch with you lovely ladies. But I've also felt the pain of being betrayed, and normally when it's coming from somebody that you love or that you would not expect to hurt you in that manner, it definitely takes you to a dark place, and you can get lost in that. But anyhow, sometimes we just need to understand that these things happen to us, these betrayals, these distrusts, disappointments. These things happen to us, but they don't happen to us to keep us in that place. They actually happen to us to reveal something in our lives that we did not know that we had, to pull us, to make us dig deeper, to lean more on God, and to build us up. So we have to find our strength when we're walking in that betrayal. And as I listened to y'all, I didn't actually think of what I want to say until now. I just started thinking about the moments that I've been betrayed, and I don't want to give that all the way here, but it made me think back to when I was a little girl, and your father say he's coming, I'm going to take you out, and every time he take you out, it's a good time. Me and my father had a good time, but there was multiple occasions where he would be like, Shavaya, I'm coming to get you, we gonna go do this and we gonna go do that, and you sit there and you're like, yes, I'm waiting on my dad, and he's gonna come through. The phone never ring, the doorbell never ring, and you sitting there and you thinking, like, what did I do? How did I get here? Why does my dad come when he says he's gonna come? Why didn't he call me? I had those moments, and for this moment, it made me think of my stepfather. Like, God, I'm so thankful for my stepfather, because he was there. He made sure I had everything that I needed. When my father didn't show up, he was like, don't even worry about it, girl, what you want? Let's go to the store, just something to make me feel better, and to make me feel like, it's okay that he's not here, but you still have somebody else to lean on, and I'm going to be there. You my daughter. He never had another child. He actually don't have any kids. I am his child. That is my father. And granted, I love my biological father, but my stepfather, I'm grateful for. And I guess sometimes you need to say that while people are still here. So I'm going to need to pick up the phone and call both of my dads and say, Dad, I love you, and stepfather, no, I love you. Then that made me think of a recent situation as well that I went through with my husband, because Mashika talked about some things that really kind of hit really close to heart. And though I don't want to divulge all the details to that situation, but it really, again, took me into a dark place that made me feel like, it almost made me feel like I could be suicidal, like my world is over. But at some point I realized that this is not the end of the road. I don't have anything to be ashamed of. Things are going to happen in your life that is, out of your control. That's going to be an obstacle. That's going to be adversity. That's going to hit you when you least expect it. And you got to be able to move on from that to move forward. And that's what I did. And I'm glad that I did that, because like Mashika said, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you beautiful ladies, and we wouldn't have thought to let's share our story with the world. Let's tell them what's on our mind. Let's tell them what's on our heart. So that's it. I just want everybody to know that even though you may be betrayed or feel discouraged and have some disappointments, don't let that be the end of the story. Don't let that be what takes you out of this world or put you in a very bad place. Look for the blessing, because there's always a blessing in the betrayal, even if that means you have to lean on God a little bit harder than you would normally lean on God.
And I have to say this, because a friend of mine told me this, and it always resonates with me. When you're in that dark place, never dwell in that dark place too long. It's okay to have your moments to be weak and to be vulnerable, but don't dwell there, because that's where the devil dwells. He sits there and he waits for you to be in that moment, because he knows that's the perfect opportunity to attack. So I say that to say, hey, we gonna go through some things, And a lot of times God makes us go through things so that we can put our focus back to Him. So,
Amen.
hey, I just feel like a betrayal or blessing is a blessing in everything. And God saying, when a lot of times when we have these situations, God saying, hey, remember me, I'm over here, I need you to focus on me. And what happens a lot of times when you, and I can say this from you personally, like I've seen your spiritual growth since you've gone through your situation. I've seen you grow as a woman in Christ. So, you know, that's a way of God saying, hey, I need your attention.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because it definitely draws you closer to Him, but you gotta remember to lean there. Because sometimes in those moments, you feel like, God, where were you?
Mm-hmm.
Why weren't you there? Why did you allow this to happen to me? How? Why? What did I do? And you can, if you start to dwell in that negative place, you will start to lose faith in God.
Mm-hmm.
And you will start to question, is he a God? Is he real? If he was real, why did he let this happen to me? I've been faithful. I've been true to his word. I've been doing everything that I thought I was supposed to be doing, but yet this still occurred. You just got to remember that God is going to allow you to go through some things. Some things he can't stop. We have to allow you to go through those things. So go through them, grow through them, build strength in God, build strength in yourself, and just develop along the way. Develop a stronger mind, develop a stronger body, develop your confidence. Be who God created you to be, because that's the only reason he put you through it. And trust, he walked through it with you. He didn't leave you alone.
So in closing, guys, I'm going to say, be godly,
Be faithful.
Be blessed.
And be positive.
and be
Under the influence.